in my headphones.
You don't hear anything?
Can you go to...
Bro, we just started, man.
Yeah. What's up? Episode 33.
Hello, everybody.
33, I believe?
I think that's where we're at. I think so. It might be 34. I don't know.
Pinka.
How we doing?
Doing okay, man. How about you? It's been one of those weeks, just a trying week. A lot of things.
It says episode 33.
Yeah.
Pardon?
It says episode 33.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was... I think the one we put out was 32.
Yeah, so...
yeah.
How are you?
I've been pretty well hibernating. Just kind of chilling out. I got a long week ahead of me, so just kind of gonna have fun with some of the friends and fam.
Cool.
And then
got a new fresh fade. You looking good?
Yeah, I gotta look good. I'm kind of keeping busy and need to look good, and here we are.
Look good, feel good.
Yeah,
really good.
That's what they say.
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, buddy. You're also, our boy Mark is taking off tomorrow. He's heading down to Red Deer for his annual b-ball tournament, where they are defending champions. How does it feel to know that you're coming into a tournament and you are the defending champs? Does that add a little pressure to you and your playing?
Yeah.
You have to step your game up.
The target on our back, yeah, it's good. It's going to be a team effort though to try and repeat.
Do you think it's possible?
Of course, it's 5-on-5.
Okay, I thought it might be 3-on-3.
No, only you do 3-on-3 tournaments with no subs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You guys could use me though.
Yeah.
Could have used me.
Could have.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I'm not doing that again.
There's a guy I know who's looking for a team to join. So
who's that?
My friend Chris, that's her boyfriend.
Okay.
Ramon.
Ramon.
Yeah. No.
Does
Raymond,
he work with us?
No, he does not.
Does he go by Razor?
Pardon?
Razor Ramon?
He could be.
No, that'd be a sick.
He's tall. He's got some skills. Apparently, I've never seen him ball, but the rumor is he can play ball. So you need a 6th man, 8th man. I don't know. Figure it out.
No, that's cool.
I have a tryout for the Blue Devils.
So how many years have you been going to this tournament?
I don't know, at least a decade.
Decade.
My whole team's like we went to high school together and shit.
Right, it's a team that you've been with for a very long time.
Yeah.
But there's only one time you guys have won this tournament?
I think so. we go down, we drink, we hit some extracurriculars, and then we play hungover basketball.
Absolutely, I like it. It's a getaway.
We got a couple dudes on our team, like they don't even leave the hotel room. We got a couple games scheduled at 9 a.m. and they're like, yeah, we'll get there when we get there. They start rolling in at halftime.
Yeah,
Cool, thanks.
That's it's adult ball right there.
Yeah, it's a good time though.
Absolutely, I'm sure it is, and and I really hope that you guys do well.
Thank you.
And maybe you guys can repeat. That'd be nice.
That'd be sick, man.
All right.
I wish Bellini's was still around.
I've heard, yeah.
Bellini's and I think it was Billy Buds or some shit.
Billy Bob's.
Billy Bob's. We'll find somewhere else.
Well, we'll throw a parade if you guys repeat.
just you and Ryan. Huh? What is this? A WNBA?
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
No.
No, they can hoop though. They can hoop. Okay.
All right.
I'm switching it over to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Mark.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
That should be awfully thrilling. Just a bunch of grown men playing basketball in Red Deer.
There will be a couple stories
Awfully
about it. Don't worry.
thrilling.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Awfully thrilling.
Electric. Luka Doncic and the Lakers.
Ooh,
That's what we're going to talk about?
No, I'm saying that's what it's going to be like in terms of energy.
Yeah, It's going to be lots of people just excited to have you guys there.
Yeah.
They're going to be hyping you guys up, man. It's going to be wild.
Yeah.
What do we got on the list? What do we got? News.
Hot off the press.
So.
Lubin got his license plate stolen.
Yeah.
Let's hear about that right now.
Oh, God. Anyway, so leaving work one afternoon and got my keys in hand and boop, boop. I look over and the lights flash and I'm like, for some reason I noticed my license plate and that's not the right first 3 letters of my license plate. So I'm like, all right. So I double click it again just to make sure. I'm like, yeah, that's right, but not the right plate. So anyways, I put 2 and 2 together and I'm like, yeah, my license plate was stolen and replaced with another license plate. So we were on our way out for a retirement party for a friend from work. So after that, I went home and I realized on the way home, like, this is going to be a lot of work. So I called the police, report that it was stolen. And then I went to the police station that evening. And the new police station over here in the north end, that's the one I go to. And as I pull in, the guy tells me, it's like, we don't have the customer service desk here. Like, if you want to come in, and it's like, it's they closed at 5 is what he tells me. So it's, when I got there, it was shortly after 6. So he's like, the one you can go to is the one downtown. So annoying.
I would already just be like, yeah.
Yeah. So
sorry, which location?
So they tell me to go to the downtown location because that one's open until 8 o'clock.
Oof.
So I'm like, screw it, I'll just go tomorrow. So I show up the next day, probably around like 4 o'clock. So I was running errands and doing stuff. And then when I got there after 4, he tells me, oh, when you came yesterday, it's the same dude. And he's like, this location is permanently closed for all customer service things. It's just not closed.
Yeah, I'm keeping the
so I'm like, okay, fucking awesome. So for me to run to the nearest police station after that, it's too close for me to make it. I will make it there after 5 o'clock. So I go the next day. Now, I can't remember what day of the week it is. I pop in, I explain it to him. He's like, okay, so you have to fill out the police report explaining exactly what happened, where it could have happened, all the details that I can give. Now, I don't exactly know when my plate was stolen, to be honest with you, because, it was so nice the last couple of weeks. I was parking like on the street or
could have
in
happened
the driveway.
anytime.
It could have happened anytime. So within the last 2 weeks, let's give or take. Let's
at work.
Maybe, who knows?
Someone must have needed it.
So he gives me a form, and then after that, I have to go to the registry and get a new plate. And then after all that, it's like I realized when the police were like, "Okay, you can give us the old plate, and we'll take or the plate they replaced it with," and I gave that officer the screws that I had used to take off the plate. So I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck?
You had to tape it up on the inside of your window?
Yeah. So I had to go buy the screws over the weekend. Anyways, in the end, the officer ended up calling the owner of the replacement plate that these guys had given me, these thieves. And the owner of the plate that was stolen, his vehicle's been in the driveway for 4 months. Not moving. So he's like, I had no idea that my plate was stolen. It's like, well, fuck, these criminals they're onto something here, man. They're like, as mad as I was in the beginning, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of impressed that they at least gave me another plate. So it's like, you don't even really think about it. It's not really something you're really paying attention to that much.
And if you don't memorize your plate name, it just makes you look.
It's just a pain. So in the end, it was all just more of a headache. Especially with the lack of information given to me by the police about the station being closed, was just more of a headache. But
bro.
He was probably like, he's not gonna come back a second, right?
But he did give me a nice little laminated card telling me which police stations are open and all their addresses. So now I know for future endeavors. If you guys need to go to the police, I can tell you exactly where to go. So it was just a pain in the dick.
Just as annoying as getting your wallet stolen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because right away you're like, well, what am I gonna do? So I went to go get an oil change the other day, and the guy looks at your license plate in order to get your ID in the Jiffy Lube or whatever.
Right.
And he's typing it in. I'm like, just my license plate was stolen. So he's like, well, we still use it anyways. We'll update it for you. I'm like all the little things. Even that's something you don't think about. It's not like it's a big deal, but it's like even that for them.
Did he flush your radiator?
No, I'm not a sucker. I didn't get home.
Did he? Did they notify you when they found the other plate or no?
No.
They're just because they just deact. They just
they just deact. So basically, whatever it is that could have. Whatever things that could have come up in that time frame, it's like if there were speeding tickets or whatever,
just gets deleted.
But that's what I was immediately thinking when I realized I had a new plate. I'm like,
this guy's running up
red lights and speed cameras mean nothing to me right now because this ain't my plate.
You already got one strike, bro. You're driving while black.
Yeah.
These guys are sure gonna pull you over.
But I guess everyone I was talking to about it, they're like, you know what this means now? It's that means that someone out there has a similar car to yours, which is why they stole your plate. And now they're probably off like causing mischief and just
5
doing
stars,
crimes.
GTA.
I'm like, possibly.
Well,
I guess.
to be fair, you don't have a Tesla,
That's
so
that's true. That is a
you
plus.
know, at least it's just your license plate.
That is. You know, it could have been my Cadillac
They're not
Converter.
lighting it on fire.
Could have been in the car. I could have woke up with no car.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, man.
You have some, you know what I mean?
It's been a rough month.
Yeah.
You have some, extraordinary human being just like smashing your car.
Well, that was like when we were
colorful.
kids. Like, we used to drive to New York City all the time to visit family for Easter, and I remember this was like the day we were leaving. We'd always go for like 5 days or something like that, and we're leaving. It's the morning. It's like 7:30 a.m. We're bringing our bags down from like my aunt and uncle's and walking out to the car on the street, and my dad's like, "The car's not here." I'm like, "What do you mean the car's not here?" Someone stole our car the morning of we were about to leave, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Oof.
But yeah. So like it's that feeling of just knowing it's like you've been violated is the part that hurts the most.
Oh yeah.
So even though it's not a big violation really, but it still sucks. It's your stuff.
What is crazy too is like, say for instance, like this person's like 15 years old or whatever it is, like stealing your car.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is just a dumb kid. It's like, it's not okay that you did that, but it's like, okay, like this guy doesn't know who I am. Like it's not like it's a personal attack.
Yeah.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? But it's
You're just that guy.
yeah, it's just a random dude. It's like he tried 17 cars before yours, and he's like, oh, this guy left his car unlocked.
Yeah. This is
okay,
exactly,
perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, that's the worst thing.
Yes.
Especially if you do something like you leave something open a crack, and then it gets exploited, and you're like, shit.
There was a story like earlier, like I think last year, somebody's car got broken into on the street, and they stole like some loose change and some stuff, sunglasses, whatever. There's a lottery ticket in the car, and the lottery ticket was a winner, and they didn't steal the lottery ticket.
Idiots.
So the guy, when he came out the next day, whatever, he realized his car, whatever, trashed in the ticket, it's like a couple million, but it was like, dude, hey, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Crime
That's
doesn't
sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah.
God was on your side.
Play around with the devil.
But,
Anything surprise you about April Fools? Anything shocked you? I saw some funny ones like KFC had like gravy flavored lip gloss or
I
whatever.
did see some. I saw that one. There wasn't a lot that I really saw, really for anything too crazy.
Yagwave put out that all of the red light cams and all of them were they're getting rid of them.
And we were getting a pool.
Mayor.
We were getting a pool down at Churchill Square.
Yeah.
After they take the rink out of the ice district, there's gonna be a pool in the summer.
There was, I forget, there was one of them, and then I was reading it, and right away I was telling Emily, and as soon as I read it, I was like, oh, it's not true. I was like, fuck.
Just made you really happy.
Yeah,
and then you realize after.
And then she's like, it's April Fool's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I already know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I fell for it for a split second.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
What about what was it? This one, In-N-Out Burger coming to Alberta.
That wasn't real?
I don't think so. Man.
Oh,
Look
that
at
actually had me
Man.
really excited.
Yeah.
Because someone had told me about that. I'm like, oh, really? We getting in and out? But hey.
Yeah. I don't know. It some of them were pretty like clever, or in the amount of people that like get in on it now. Like Kevin Hart did like an NPR desk concert as like his rapper, like chocolate drop or whatever it is.
Okay.
And like we can't play it because we'll get copyrighted. But he went and did like because normally it's like Post Malone, this guy,
right.
And he went as like a meme and it was like very well played, my good sir.
Yeah.
Like that was like that, and I think a lot of people, it was like over their head.
Okay.
They're like, oh, he's just trying to do it because he's releasing a movie. It's like, no, this is the meme. Like it's April Fool's, and people. So like it was so over people's head.
You're gonna have to send that one to us.
Yeah, well, you can look it up on Instagram. There might be.
Okay, what is it?
Well, we can't look it up here.
No. You can look it up on Instagram. You just can't look it up on YouTube.
There
what am I
you
looking
go.
up? Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, NPR desk, April Fools.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I saw the snippet of it. I didn't watch it all, though.
Well, now's the time.
Now's the time.
Now's the time. No better time like the present.
Headshot. Stop. Cut the beat. Cut the beat. Cut the beat. Cut the beat. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready, man. Look, at the end of the day, I'm dressed in all black because it's a funeral. It ain't mine, it's theirs. You know who I'm talking to, nigga. At the end of the day, it's headshots. If the target fits, wear it. Bop, 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 bop.
Aim high, Willis.
I'm here with the band of brothers. We about to get down. Only time that they had somebody on tiny desk with no fucking track. I'm here all off the dome. I'm off the dome. Fuck a DJ, live band. Shouts out to the band of brothers. I just met them outside, told them I wanted to do this.
I like it. I like it.
But now that I'm trying to talk
Chocolate
to you, you got
drop
your
out.
attention elsewhere. I don't like it, girl. Stop that shit. Don't do that shit. Don't make me come back with a aggressive spit. Don't make me show you I'm off the lip. Don't make me come back and be legit. I'm like a real nigga. You ain't seen him. You been around these other niggas. They them. I say it again. I stand
that's
on
good.
it. I'm him.
All right.
Tattooed on.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw that one thing. The first thing that was there. People are putting their Apple Pay shit in grillz, and they're paying with their
Oh,
teeth.
God.
Really?
Yeah,
This is an actual thing?
yeah.
Or this is...
Run it. It's on the first thing. So they're putting it in their teeth, and then they're going
Wrong with your teeth.
I got a pair of grills. Maybe I should do this.
straight up.
You have a pair of grills.
Yeah, what up, son?
No, you do not. Don't lie. April
I ain't
Fool's
lying,
over,
bruh.
bro.
I ain't lying.
Right.
You lie like a rug.
I was looking at these things. They were like little
Hold on.
keychains. I'm looking at getting,
Yeah.
and you can program like the Instagram page into the thing.
Okay.
So when some people ask, you just like scan their phone and it pops up as like
Nice.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah. It's pretty
Alright,
cool.
you want
Pretty
me to
handy.
roll this?
It's pretty handy.
Yeah, pretty handy. Just like a calling card.
Yeah.
But this is just
This
Before
is-
we get into
this
this,
is
have you
next
guys
level.
ever had like a panhandler or like a homeless person pull up and be like, yeah, like, can I have some money?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, sorry, I ain't got no change. And they're like, oh, cash app me or transfer.
Venmo.
yeah. You're like what?
No.
Have you ever had that happen?
No, I haven't
No.
had that happen.
I've
This
seen
happened to
it.
you?
I
I've
see
seen
it a
it.
lot with like
The
donations
signs
and shit.
and stuff
Yeah.
that they have that like
Yeah.
the road, the four-way stops and stuff.
Like
No.
I see where they used to take like the change in the bucket, like where outside the Walmarts and stuff.
Yeah.
Now they also have like a little pin pad there that you can do like 5,
Like
10.
a square, the square tap.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you just click like what donation you want to do, tap your card. But dude, the
I don't
big
tip my sandwich artist. What makes you
Dude.
think I'm gonna tip you?
Well, we were talking about that, like my brother and I, and it's like they don't. The sandwich artist does not receive the tip that you get. It goes directly
The
to
Subway?
Yeah,
Oh, it gets
goes to the
taxed.
business.
Eat fresh, man.
if they
So,
get it, it gets
unbelievable.
taxed as well.
Well, also, so
Yeah,
it's
so-
like so tipping a lot of these businesses for that. I mean, sure, it's up to you, however you feel. I'm not here to tell you not to, but I think that if you think it's going to that specific person, it is not. That's what I can tell you.
You want a tip? There's a
Um,
tip I don't.
yeah, I'm not considering how little people like they're gonna try to cut as many corners as possible. So
Yeah.
you're like, you're not even trying, dude. So like, not only is it hard enough to give a tip because the prices are so much, like you're barely like help me help you, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just don't take too long to get stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Just be on your game.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
do your job, man, and like maybe, but
Maybe, yeah.
you also can't be. I've never worked in a job where like I ever had to rely on tips, so I have like no perception at all.
Okay. All right.
I just worked hourly, like labor work, and this
Mm-hmm.
and that. So for me, like I might have lost the perspective, just not having that experience, and now I just don't care.
Working in
Where I'm like,
service,
tips don't matter.
well, you know, I'm not here to like again. I'm not here to tell anybody how to tip, but I mean, obviously, for someone's time, like what you're paying for is time. There, you're paying for time and you're paying for service. So if they're attentive to you and they're taking care of all your needs, obviously, yeah, you're gonna tip more. But if they're shitty at their job, which does happen, obviously, you're not gonna feel as obligated to leave them a gratuity for their service. But being in that industry, you know, when you're working for that, like the tips are, it's not what you live for, but I mean, obviously tips
They're
are
nice.
better than no tips.
See, but if
So
this is,
you gotta give exceptional service.
But if okay, but the thing is, this is my issue. okay, instead of like morally holding me hostage to be like, well, you're not rewarding me for my hard work, just be like, yo, guess what? Your haircut's an extra $15. Because guess what? That's for me. And I'm taking that off the top. I'm taxing you now. Well, the government gets to tax you. I'm fucking taxing you, bitch. So then I'm just going to charge you. And then it's like
spread like wildfire. People are going to be like,
there are
I'm not
restaurants
going
that do
back
have
to that
auto
place.
gratuity.
On certain, yes, but then there's some where they do it with certain groups. But it's like, okay, so it either is or it isn't. Why would you leave it up to the customer to judge? It's like,
because you might have you're going to have a different experience than I'm going to have.
Sure, but at the same time, it's okay. But now it's between the fact of like, well, I'm a mean person and a cheap guy because I don't tip. It's like, why would that have anything to do about it if it was like, you know?
So you're saying for the assholes, we should give you an auto gratuity?
No, just for everybody. It's like, if that's the standard and like it's something that I can't make a living wage on my hourly wage, I need to live off my tips as well, blah, blah, blah.
I see what you're saying.
It's like, all right, well, just could be like, hey, instead of lying to you and being like, it's up to you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, because I'll feel bad for not giving you a tip, so you might as well just tell me.
Are you going to go to the same place that's going to off? Like, they're going to tell you.
I feel like I rob them. I feel like I rob them if I don't tip.
But every single time you go, like, you know this place is going to charge you an extra 15% automatically before you've even ordered anything. You sat down, automatically, boom, 50% of your bill is
well, then you got to run it, man. You got to run it.
But are you going to go back there?
If it's depending on how good the service is, if they make it worth it. Tommy Gun, like, okay, you go to Tommy Guns and they give you a pop, they let you play with an iPad and this and that.
But is that the same tip? Like, is it an auto gratuity there?
No. But the thing is, the way they treat you is like they do so much extra that you're like, oh, if I don't tip like I'm a fucking asshole. But even with the small places, you have incidences where they're like, well, you're not going to tip. It's like, well, no, you suck. So, like, of course I'm not going to tip. Like, you suck, dog. Like, no.
Okay, but at the same time, when you're going to Tommy Guns or whatever, you're saying that they're doing extra. Yeah. You know what? They're just doing their job. Maybe that's what they're supposed to do.
No, because then it's like, oh, well, this tip pays for, like, getting all the pop and them doing the things and, like, playing the game. Whereas the other guy, he, like, you say, can I get a haircut?
Getting you drinks or getting
Wait,
you
get pop at Tommy Guns?
Oh, yeah, man.
How do you get your hair cut?
They give it to you while you're waiting for the haircut.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought it was like during your haircut. Like you just got hair in your
So they
pop.
give you like a pregame. They give you like the scalp massage, or you go into the dude that has like the hole in the wall shop. He buzzes your hair and he's like $20, and you give him the $20. It's like, what? No tip? It's like, well, no, you didn't. You don't got nothing here.
But I'm telling you, like, they're still doing you a service. You went to them.
Sure.
You've made this decision to go to these people.
Well, yeah.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you how this works, all right? You're an adult. You figure this out.
But the thing is, it's like, this is what I'm trying to, like, angle it as. Like, if I go to a nice restaurant and their markup is, like, marginally bigger than everywhere else, but you got really good food. It's like, oh, okay, like this makes sense because the food's good, blah, 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 blah. It's like if the service was good, then I would tip. But if the service isn't good, I wouldn't tip. But it's not about that. It's like, well, how am I supposed to live if I don't get tipped? Like, I need to live off my tips. This is like, look at the economy. And you're like, bro, if you suck, you suck.
Then tip
you don't get tipped.
Then tip the lowest.
No, you don't get tipped at all.
15%.
Okay, cool.
But
and that's you.
But when I don't do
that's you.
But like Emily, she's worked in the service industry, and like that, she would never, like, we walked out once and she was like, "Did you tip?" And I just kind of looked the other way. I was like this, and she went back in and fucking tipped them.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Nah.
My service needs to be really bad in order for you to get 0 tip or a very small tip.
I just consider, like, for the money you pay now to go out, it's like, bro, you're already taking enough from me, man.
Yeah.
You listen,
I understand what you're saying.
you find a portion out of your own markup that you took from me, and you find a way to give it to them because you took too much, and I don't got no more.
No raise Ryan, baby.
You don't got no more from me, man. So hey, you instead of
why are you
marking
going
it
out
up,
with no money?
yeah. Hey, listen, instead of marking it up 20%, you marked it at 40. Guess you got a 5% on your own.
All right, cool, man.
But some places where they wine and dine you, and they come over and the dude has like the cloth, whatever, where he's pouring the wine, and like
You mean a restaurant?
So the keg.
no,
A
but
restaurant.
Yeah.
no, but some places like we went to this super nice one called Darling, and we couldn't believe it. Like we
What they got there?
okay, we got bread and butter, which was $18.
What? You paid for it?
What?
Dude,
For bread and butter?
$18.
Better hit the
That
Olive
sounds like a
Garden, bro.
robbery, son.
Dude.
Unlimited breadsticks.
So
Yeah, is it unlimited bread?
no.
My lord.
So then we got what's it called? It starts with a C. It's like a type of
Capicola?
meat.
Capicola.
Yeah.
Capicola.
So and listen.
So this is basically like a charcuterie board again.
and the chick says, "Oh, all of the meals are to share."
Okay.
And you get them,
Tapas?
and it's like, oh, dude,
Is that where you went? You went to tapas?
I didn't know
where you
what the
share
fuck
all your
it
plates?
was. So then, get this. I
Wow.
fucking hate beets. I hate beets.
Yeah.
Fucking
Did
hate
you,
them.
Did you pee
Dude,
red?
this
Pete
thing
Red
comes
vending.
out, this capiloli shit, just riddled
Capicola?
in beets. I'm literally rolling it up and just shoving it down my throat. She looks at me. She's like, "Is it good?" I was like, "I'm not even tasting it." But this is like, I think it was like $36. So I was like,
Charcuterie boards are expensive.
so this wasn't a board. This was just the meat, bitch. This is just the meat,
the meat.
motherfucker.
Just
so,
the meat.
Arby's?
so it
We
had a
got
little bit of
Dubbits.
cheese, a mountain of beets, and so I was just rolling it up, whoop, just swallowing them whole.
Okay.
She was like, "Is it good?" No idea. Not even tasting them.
Just
but
trash.
but the amount of money you spent, it's like I'm eating every fucking bite.
Well, of course.
And then we got
man.
like a brisket thing,
Trash.
but it came to like $90 for 3 plates,
Yeah. Dinner's expensive these days.
and I didn't want to tip. But it's like in that restaurant, if you don't, because everybody's like basically like you'd be everything they do. You're like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Like, oh, they're really like taking care of me. Like, oh, morally, like I have to tip. But like, I didn't really like the food. I thought the service was like mediocre. They barely did anything.
Well, you know,
But it's like it's a really nice restaurant. You have to tip.
that's your right. You don't have to tip if you don't want to tip. I'm not here to tell you.
Nobody's
know,
putting the
man.
gun to your head, man.
I think I tipped
I
like.
just think you might be not a nice person if you're not going to
I
tip.
think
a little
I
bit.
know. I think I tipped 15% because Emily was there and I had to. She made me.
Should have made it a point 10%.
Oh, it was, dude. I was like, this fine dining isn't for me. I was like, I'm not the guy.
Nah.
Not.
St. Patrick's Day, we go out to OJ's, and because like the kids can have apple juice, they put like green food dye in their stuff.
Right.
Right. Make them feel part of
Part of the team.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we sit down at the table. They wipe up the table. We're just like, 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, and we look over and we see like the dude that wiped up the table, and he looks over at us. 15 minutes goes by. We're like, yo, are they seriously not going to come like take our order?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, Shay, they got like 2 minutes, and then I'm going to get up and leave. They didn't come back. And I was like, all right, we're gone. Packed up the
Seriously?
kids. The kids were like, oh, we wanted like green apple juice and stuff, right? And I was like,
Sorry.
no, sorry, man. Like,
We out.
these
Oh,
people, they want to charge me this much, still expect a tip, and like I haven't even gotten a menu. I was baffled.
Especially when you have kids there.
Yeah.
Like as a server or somebody who used to serve, if there were kids at the table, it was like you got to give that a little extra. You have to, because it's not about you anymore. It's not about the adults anymore.
And like we rarely go out with the kids, so like for that it was a special occasion. So we just got up and left, and as soon as they seen us walking to the door, they're like, "Oh my God, we're so sorry, we're so sorry. Like we can give you a gift card, or we can give you." I was that livid. I was like, "Nah, like keep your money.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
out."
fair.
I was that pissed.
Yeah, and that's completely understandable. I completely get that.
But this is my perspective. It's like if you're good at your job and it's a job where you tip people, you'll get the tip. You'll get paid. So like chill. But it's like, okay, you think about when we had like Future Shop.
Future Shop. Got it.
Okay. The only reason they're right as soon as you walk in, hey, can I help you with anything? Because like there's a motive. So it's like I want you to get away from me because like you don't you just want to like get this done, man. Just sign here. Just do this, right? Yeah. So now with dining, it's like, well, you're not like trying to do a good job, and even if you don't, it's like, well, now it's just like I want my commission, and you're like, yeah, but you still got to do a good job, man. And it's like the people that just do it and don't expect it, they end up just getting it anyway. Right? Like, it's like they let the work speak for themselves.
But I mean, at the same time, when we were talking about an odd gratuity or on a check, it's like, I'm telling you right now, if I was serving and there was that, I'm not trying nearly as hard to...
Yeah, it's like if they don't follow.
You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't really matter, but I'm already getting to.
You would lose all your business.
Yeah. So, knowing that you're going to be... There's a chance you can make more. Like, you're not going to get the 15%. You're going to work that much harder.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there was... When this restaurant we used to work at back home, it was kind of like a... what's the one downtown? Julio's?
That's on White.
Yeah.
Julio's is on White.
Yes. So, it's like Tex-Mex kind of deal. Like, but we'd have steaks and tacos and fajitas. Anyways, not important. We used to... a lot of... police departments and fire departments would come in and have their Christmas parties, but they would normally come in for like lunches and dinners and stuff like that as well. Usually all one bill, so you're looking at easily over $1,000 for one bill.
And then it's like a mad hat of like.
Well, it's like they usually, if this party was coming in, you're like, oh, if this is in my section, this is gonna be huge. But it never went to the guys. Never goes to the guys. It always went to the girls, which is fair, because. Well, I remember this one girl worked a day shift on like a Saturday or Friday afternoon, and she made, I don't remember exactly how much the bill was. It was just maybe about $2,000, and she made about $800, which is like on that one table alone. It's like, I don't have to work tonight. I don't have to work the rest of the weekend. It's like, but you're gonna. It's like, absolutely, you know. And I'm like, but that's just it. Think about it. So it's like, these kinds of people are coming in. Are you going to sit there and be like, well, I'm not going to give you great service. I'm just going to give you some drinks and get you some food and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're going to go over, you're going to smile, and you're going to, yeah, I'll get that for you. And then you're going to do your thing, and then you're going to get that money because this is what you want.
Exactly. Like you turned it. But the thing is, it's like, it's crazy because it's so simple. It's like, if you just do a good job, you'll earn what.
Yes.
But then I think it's like you have the 10% of like the people that are just shitty and still expect it.
Yes.
And then they just paint a bad picture for everybody else.
Exactly.
Right.
But it is what it is.
But yeah,
right, 25 minutes of tip culture. Let's go.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Don't take my word for it. Do whatever you want.
Whatever, man. Tip whatever you need to tip.
Absolutely. Let's roll this tap to pay teeth because I got it queued up.
Yeah, paying with the teeth. That's where
this is how we got it.
Back to
paying with the grillz.
Bro, get that deb machine out of my face.
Right?
First of all, think about how many cards are just slapping that thing.
Yeah.
And now you're giving it a little smooch.
That's wild.
That's disgusting.
But this is where the world's going.
I fucking hate it here, man. I hate it, man. This generation is cooked.
Yeah, dude. Everything, man. Everything.
So ridiculous, man. So ridiculous.
Everything. Well, and I was even, I won't talk about this in depth too much, but someone that we know is like, because of like political alignments, they decided like, yo, I'm not gonna get along with you. And like they've been friends for like a really long time. And you say like, it's crazy how something like where we might find it not as big of a deal to someone else, it's like DEFCON 5.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, if you vote for Trump, we're no longer friends. Like, I will not associate with you at all. Like, that's it. And it's like, really? Because to us, it's like, isn't that kind of petty? But to some people, it's like, no, this is doomsday. Like, he's going to cause the war and, like...
Yeah.
I mean, he's ruffling feathers, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
I just mean in general, or if you vote for conservative.
Yes, absolutely.
You're an asshole.
Political alignments are now a factor when forming a friendship with yourself.
And it's very scary because, like, you don't know where someone... Like, what if at some point I accidentally call you, like, yeah, whatever, ma'am, like whatever, and you're like, how dare you? Like, I have a family member that's trans, and like, how dare you misgender me? And that's a super big deal. Fuck you. And you're like, whoa, dude, what the fuck? And no matter who you talk to, it's like everybody got an itch. Like everybody got something where it's like, oh no, I went too far. And maybe it's my personality. Maybe, and some people might know not to like get in people's like bubbles and shit, but it's very interesting because I think where you see like tensions, it's been like crazier than ever before, where it's like people just like anything, man. You're like, all right, can we just?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. There's a lot of people who have. I feel like that. If you want to call it that temperament, that tightness of the string where everyone is kind of minding their P's and Q's, but it's like, even if you don't, it's like, it's that one thing that can set somebody off. But with all these, it's just weird to think about now that anyone's political views or alignments are really going to deter you or make or break a friendship or a relationship now.
Or, like, I think Mark and I were talking about it at work one day. Maybe, I don't know if you were there or not, but we were saying how like Mark Carney gets like this endorsement from Trump, and it's all fine. But didn't like 2 months ago Danielle Smith go down to Mar-a-Lago, and everybody was like, "Look at that! Like, how dare she? Blah 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 blah. Like, this is this is what happens when you let conservatives run the place." And now the same thing. I had a great call. Oh well, it's because they're both business minds. Because they're both business minds. You're like, bro, they both just probably went down, had a conversation. One person's the asshole, but now that he's elected, now all of a sudden it's
okay.
It's just like, what is going?
Yeah.
And then some people are like, no, it's not it. It's like, dude, dude, I could show this to a fucking like a very low functioning kindergartner, and they'd be like, that's not right. That don't make sense.
Yeah, it's like no backsies and she went backsies.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like
that's how it would be explained to kindergarten.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Yeah.
No, but he did it. Well, that's not right.
Well, there was a rule, and one person broke the rule and got in trouble, and the other person did it and didn't get in trouble. They'd be like, oh, no.
No, that's.
It was nap time, and one person napped, and the other didn't nap.
Yeah. You know. And this is why I don't. Politics is not really my thing. I'm not saying that I can't discuss it, but it's not really my forte. And I honestly, I know it's a big part of our lives and our social structure and fucking life. But I don't really care.
And it's a never-ending life.
It's like it's going to change every minute, every day,
it's just like there's for everything in life, like. Healthcare, you got some fucking dude doing it for this. Yeah. For infrastructure, you got somebody else. And to get down that rabbit hole of actually understanding is like there's not enough time, man. Like there's just not enough time. You can't absorb your like. That's why people are paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars to like be professionals
to do these jobs.
And it's just very interesting that like. The average day person, like, we can get into it after this, but like, when we were at I was at the hospital with Emily.
Right.
We're sitting there, and it's just separated by curtains.
Yeah.
And this old lady is just going off about like liberals and conservative, and you just wanted to open the curtain and be like, "Yo, can you shut the fuck up? Like, there's 25 of us in here, lady. Like, you think anybody wants to listen to this shit?" Like, what the fuck? Like, and you're just, and I'm looking at Emily, and she's just like, and I'm like, yo, but you don't realize how in their own world they are.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm sitting in the waiting room. I'm pretty sure the same fucking chick had a flip phone. Whoever it was, dude, uncle, whatever it is, dude, and he's just clicking through it. Beep, 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 because every click on the phone. Snake? No, dude, I think it was like going through settings or contacts, and you just wanted to look over and be like,
dude,
click that fucking button one more time. Yeah. See where this phone goes, man.
What is it with old people and like they have to have the like little tick 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 tick
for
all their menus and shit. It's like,
but
Why are you like this?
And then if you look over, the person's just like, what?
Yeah.
You're like, you don't find that annoying? Because I'm about to wrap my sweater around my neck, man. Like, you're driving me nuts. And then right behind us, dude methed out of his mind, just cooked. And he's just like, first of all, Emily tipped me off and said, like, yo, how did this guy get a 6-pack of Insures? This guy's drinking, like, the Nesquik, like, Good Morning ones. Yeah. Got a whole box of them. Little Caesar's Pizza. I'm like, bro, I'm not homeless and I can't afford this. How the fuck? What the fuck's going on here? So then he's already arguing with the security.
Tap to pay on his grillz.
Yeah, he's already arguing with the security. They're like, listen, if you fuck around, we're kicking you out. Yeah. All of a sudden, just chucks one of the Insures right at the triage desk. Just milk everywhere, man. And
did they do anything about it?
What? Yeah, dude. And then the security gets up and he's like, "That's it, you're out." And they chase him outside, whatever.
That's time to go,
dude. And I'm just looking over, man, and everybody's like, "Stop what you're doing." And you're like, maybe it was because you were clicking that fucking cell phone. Yeah. And then he freaked the fuck out. Oh, yeah, because I was about to do the same thing.
He hit his fucking limit. Couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, he's just like, dude, click that cell phone one more fucking time, man.
Funny, it's funny that you say that because I was there that same day. Yeah. Only I wasn't there for that long. But yeah, I was pretty annoyed, man. Our healthcare system is
12 hours, man. Check this out. Yeah. So I'll get in. I think Emily probably shared the story good enough on the Instagram chat. But we went there. I think it was 9:00 in the morning. Yeah. I was at work. She gets a call, 811, and it was funny because when you get to the hospital, they talk shit about 811. They're like, well, 811 told me to come here. Yeah, that's what they tell everybody. Yeah. You're like, so I should feel bad about 811 telling me
to come here.
That I shouldn't come here, right? So first of all, you're like, I'm just listening. I thought you guys were all the same people. So the fact that I thought you would be welcoming me, but you're telling me like I shouldn't be here. So now what the fuck do I do? So anyway, waiting. You
guys waited how many hours?
Well, we were there for 12 hours.
That's
we didn't get in.
Shift, bro.
Dude, we didn't get in till I think it was like 7:00, 7:30 at night.
Oh my god.
So, and I was like, dude, I was visually like when we went into the room. This is how visually upset I was. The chick asked who the patient was when Emily was laying in the bed because the amount of displeased I fucking was to be in there. Like she looked, she's like, is she the patient? I'm like, I'm not the patient, but I want to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Like, I'm going to lose my mind.
Absolutely.
So we get in and they do blood work. Then they take her for a chest x-ray. And when we come back, there's already 2 of the like custodial people in there. Clean the room. All our shit's in the room. I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, we're supposed to like move you to another room, but like we need this for someone else. So we're gonna move you to like this. And they moved us to like the place where they do like the dialysis. So it's just like lazy boy chairs and like a table where you get like blood work or whatever. And it's just like a corridor with like just rows and curtains separating all of them. So then we go in there. I'm like, I can't fucking take it anymore. Like, I gotta go walk around. I go to a fucking vending machine. So, go to the vending machine, click the thing. Everything works. Click, boop. Unsuspected error. I already charged $8. So I'm like,
$8 for what? What did you
was
buy?
Like this was like one of
vending
these.
Vending machine knew you weren't gonna tip.
Dude, this was crazy, man. This was crazy. So then, go over, can of ginger ale, $3.
Oof. Oh my lord!
I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Can't find food nowhere. I was like 5 minutes too late to get to the cafeteria. Like,
why didn't you just leave?
Why don't you talk to the insure guy and find out where he got his stuff?
Man. Or that, yeah. Yo, let me get a slice.
Yo, let me out, man. I'll pay you.
So then apparently, Emily's already texted me. She's like, where are you? Like, I see her out there. She's like, yeah, like the doctor like walked in when I was changing and was like, yeah, good to go. And you're like, what? You're like, nothing?
That's it.
You're like, yeah, it's just something you're going to like get over on your own. Yeah, just like an upper Like,
no antibiotics, nothing.
No,
Just
it's just
follow up.
Here's a pat. Here's a pat in the back.
Yeah.
Here you
Thanks
go.
for
It will
sticking
wear out on
12
its own.
hours.
Yeah.
Yo, thanks for coming for 12 hours. Like what? Like, dude, what?
Yeah.
I could not believe it,
That
man.
would drive
And
me
she
insane.
was so, and the idea of like, she said like they were like, oh, we could have did this, we could have that, but like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
Lesson learned, right?
you're
Yeah.
good to go.
You know who's not
when
gonna
you
tip.
said that, man,
Yeah.
and the whole time, because
You
I
need one
didn't
of
know
these.
how serious it was till the. Dude,
Yo.
yes,
Yo.
yes,
This is
man.
what you
much, man.
needed, bro.
Yeah, that's too much.
But this is
Yeah.
almost at the point where it's like, you're like, are we doing anything? Like, I get it. Like, you guys might be busy and over capacity,
Yeah.
but it's, I can't fathom the idea of like, yo, when you're running blood work and shit, like, is there no way to like do this some other
more efficient
that
way or
doesn't take
something,
12 hours, man? Like,
apparently.
look at this shit,
Jeez,
man.
why?
Twerking.
This
Why
is
we-
what you.
I know, and
This is what gets you through 12 hours in the ER.
well, this is why our group chat was blowing up so much. I'm
Dude,
like, I
was
cannot
so
follow
bored.
what's happening right now.
This
There's
is
too many things
insane.
popping up
Dude,
in
I
this
was-
chat. I'm like, and that's when I realized 'cause I knew he was at the hospital, and then after that, it's like, then I found out you were there. I'm like, why? Like, this all makes sense now. My phone just won't stop blowing up.
And
Yeah.
it was like double exposure because I was getting it on my phone and there was people freaking the fuck out in the emergency
Yeah,
room.
it'd be a lot.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that chick.
Yeah, so there was like one chick that's like walking on her hands and knees like, I can't walk.
She like approached us.
Yeah.
We're there with our guy. She looks at me. I'm in uniform, and she's like, "I don't need your fucking help." From like crawling on the floor. I'm like, I don't want to help you. I will not
like,
help
Get
you.
off me, you.
And then she went into some room that I don't even think she was supposed to be in,
and was just
was
tripping
just berating her husband. But she was going through like a mental health crisis.
Dude, I
It
told
was-
Emily, I
it
was
was
like,
wild.
I'd leave you there. I just said,
Yeah,
I was like,
100%.
Yeah.
I was like, without a
Good
doubt,
night.
without a doubt, like, there's no circumstance. Like, I don't care if you just got both fucking arms chopped off. If you started acting like that, we're good. See you later. I'm out.
That's
Uber.
fair. That's fair. There's only so much a human can take.
Not actually. Like,
Well,
not
there's only
actually.
so much somebody can handle
'Cause I
before
know
they
she can
finally
hear
snap.
me.
And I mean, that's completely understandable and fair. And I don't know if I was in that situation, I probably would not have handled it very well, especially after 12 hours.
But
Yeah.
but at the same
So-
time, though, like, I don't know.
It's hard though, because like
there might be a circumstance where you just like completely snap.
it's
Like,
so
you
hard
know?
because like
Yeah.
when we were pregnant with our kids, like there were times where Shayna had to be in the hospital.
For
Right.
hours on
And
end.
like you know, it's like, hey, we're gonna go to the Royal Alex because they have the NICU and like the the preemies
Right.
ward and whatnot. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, they're probably the best equipped to deal with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like we still sit in and emerge for like 16 hours, 10 hours for us to get into a room. Like it was just madness. It's like
Right.
if my kid passes away when you guys could have done something, like I'm gonna be
Well,
Absolutely.
it's scary
Yeah.
times
scorched earth.
because statistically speaking, like we're in some of like the biggest amount of like people like migrating into the country. So and especially migrating into Alberta.
Yeah.
When you look
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
So it's not that far fetched to be like, maybe we are just like bottlenecked. Maybe
maybe.
it isn't. But it's just
But at the same time, does everyone need to be going to the hospital for every little thing?
no, and it's the
No.
idea where it really drives home like the argument for like, well, should we have public health care? Like I know there's a lot of
yeah.
but it comes down to the idea of like, well, if it's this drastic that I'm waiting this long
Mm-hmm.
and like even to get something like certain x-rays or go talk to certain doctors, it's
Right.
like year and a half.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
just like, well, what if this was like a serious, like there's no urgent care, there's no, like, I don't think we got none of that, right? So
Right.
something's got to be done. I don't know. I'm not the expert, but it's like, that ain't it. Whatever that was,
Whatever. Yeah. And,
that ain't it, man.
yeah. And I mean, I don't know what the solution is or what it should be or what it could be, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and start fucking ragging on healthcare right off the hop, but I
No.
think this. I agree that something does.
Yeah,
something needs to be.
But it's
done.
like how many people
needs to be done.
don't go? How many people don't go to the hospital because they're like, well, I just ain't gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they got some fucking crazy flesh-eating disease or whatever it is, right? And then it's like, oh, it could have been way worse. But the idea of like, oh well, it's probably nothing. Oh, it's probably nothing.
Because that's the other thing too.
Right.
It's like after you wait for so long, it's like you're expecting some sort of diagnosis, and they're just like, you know what? Take 2 of these, go home, you'll be fine.
And then you're like,
like,
you
but
sure? Because
why?
I've been
But-
here for a while.
Yeah. If that was the case, you could have told me this
Yeah.
within the first half hour I walked in the door.
Yeah.
And that would have been fine. I'd be like, okay, I will go home. For the people who have more serious ailments, it makes sense that they got to wait a little bit because you got to see a doctor and find all that stuff out. But it's like, here are my symptoms. What does this go with? And then let me know what my possibilities might be. Do I got to wait or can I go home?
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't, in the end, it shouldn't be 12 hours for you guys to wait that long to get that answer, you know?
Yeah, and like we went to the hospital that had like the lowest wait time.
Which was what when you guys looked?
4 to 6 hours.
Which was a complete lie.
Yeah, so double.
What did we learn?
Yeah, what did we? That was when Mark sent that, I was like, he's 100% right.
Yeah.
What
Get a
else?
family doctor, man. If there's one piece of advice, it's
Yeah.
get a family doctor and like thug it
And
out
that way you
for
don't
a
have to wait
day.
for it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Yeah.
you just try and get an appointment and get in with them.
What else we got on the list?
No.
You guys remember Amanda Bynes?
Yes. That's.
Yeah, she's looking
This is
ratty,
sad,
man.
That's the
I mean,
hospital.
if she's happy,
she
she's
should have been in the
happy.
hospital trying to figure out what's
Well,
going
she
on.
probably was.
Because I don't know. I mean, everyone changes. Life happens.
I
But
think it
this
just-
is a
oh,
very
there we go.
drastic change.
Very drastic.
Like when I first saw that, I'm like, that ain't.
I don't even
that's
know
I'm
who
like,
that
who
was.
is this person?
Yeah.
And then I saw these. I'm like,
Yeah.
no
Whoa.
effing way, man.
Yeah, that's scary times, man.
Like I ain't gonna lie,
Scary times,
I had a
boy.
crush on her when I was younger, for sure.
Yeah, these child actors.
You know, and
What
then
did
it's
you
just
say
like,
at the start of the show? Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky,
dude,
hilarious,
it's
man.
just a shock,
wild,
man. It's just a real shock.
Well, did you? I don't know if you guys saw the one I sent where it was JoJo Siwa offering VIP tickets $9,000 to come
Yeah.
help set up.
Help set up the show
No.
she's about to perform at. Like,
Yeah,
No.
come help
Eat it.
set out the stage.
it's the
like-
audacity, man.
It's like, bro, are you even gonna be there?
Yeah.
Like,
what are you helping?
Are
set
you
up?
what are
helping
you helping?
set
Yeah.
up? Like,
Yeah.
I'm performing.
What do
yeah,
I get out of this?
yeah. So I want you to pay me to help set up the stage.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Craziness. And then what was some? Yeah, all types of crazy shit, man. That you're like, how are people making money? How are people even justifying this? And it's like, people are paying.
This is how you.
So some sucker out there is gonna pay for it.
But
you know?
look at
What,
this.
what if you send random bills to Google
Yeah.
and they just end up paying because they're like, oh yeah, we're Google. We
That's
got the
absurd.
money.
But I don't think this guy should be in any kind of
No,
trouble.
man.
He did not do anything wrong. He said, "Listen, here's my bill. I'm going to send it to these people, and they're who's the fool who decided to pay these bills at Google. He should have a talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
that's
bro,
the
you're
person who
just
needs to have a
blindly
talking
giving our
to.
money away.
Yeah,
How dare you?
listen here, man. I know you don't write the checks, but you should not be paying these bills if they do not have our name on them. Why?
Yeah.
Why are we paying
Yeah.
Kenneth Smith's
Yeah.
bills?
John
over here?
Doe.
I don't know. He sent us a bill. I gotta pay it.
Yeah, John Doe.
Like, I keep receiving these bills from Kevin Smith, and I have to keep paying these bills. That's all I do is I pay the bills.
This
Hey,
math tells
which I
me
think
he's
is-
up 46 mil for
So
5 years in jail.
why didn't this? What I want to
Where do
know
I
is
sign?
why didn't he tell the rest of the world to start sending in their bills? Because I mean, Google can afford it.
Google would have crashed.
Not only that, you just start getting a flurry of people just sending
Sending
false
bills.
bills. So they're like, what's right, what's wrong? We don't know now.
Maybe we should start trying this. There's got to be some other business out there who's going to be gullible enough to pay my bill.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
yeah.
So what I want to know is from this guy, what was he sending them? Like, was he actually sending the bill with his name on and his address, or was he
I don't know,
manipulating
man.
it, or was
Or
it
was-
just like, can you please pay this bill?
If he
to
was
this account?
pretending to be like a company or something like that, it's like, okay, I can see where you're getting into hot
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
But if you're just like sending like, yo, I do a carpet cleaning service actually, and I've just been sending them like a couple of thousand, like I've been sending them like put their address on it wherever their like headquarters is.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, I did your carpet cleaning. Like, thanks for coming out. Here you go. And they're like, oh, carpet looks clean.
Look around.
Makes sense. Carpet looks clean.
Cooking up invoices
really good.
like Frank Abagnale.
Yeah.
From,
it's like, we're paying this guy.
And 15% on top of that.
Yeah, and a tip. And then he's like, what, you're not going to tip? And they're like, fuck, we got to tip, man. Look at the carpets.
The guy comes back all the time. These carpets. Got to tip this guy. That's hilarious.
There was one thing I read where it was a dude was not showing up to work for like 2 years, and they only found out when they gave him an award.
Yeah. Wasn't that like Korea or Japan or something?
Yeah, he's fucking off the job for like 2 years, and then they gave him an award. They're like, wait, this guy doesn't show up, man. Who the fuck is this guy?
I want to welcome Steve for his award. Steve,
come on down.
Steve, where is he?
Yeah.
Is he up there?
They're like, Steve doesn't work here.
He hasn't been here in 12 months, boss.
Oh, okay, well, cool. We paid him about
nobody
$4
said
million.
anything?
Yeah. I know these things. His reports are always handed on. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Euro Trip, where the guy has the job and gets promoted while he's in Europe. And they give him like a corner office. Yeah. And he hasn't done a lick of work. He's just traveling around Europe with his buddy.
Okay, so it says here, a Spanish civil servant, Joaquin Garcia, went to work for a water treatment plant, but stopped showing up for work for 6 years without anyone noticing until he was nominated for an award, and his absence was discovered.
Is he like, does he work in Sector 7G or no one?
He just works in the mailroom.
You know what I mean? Like, he's probably.
Well, check out this.
Bro.
So check out this. This kind of goes in line with that as well. So you know this whole Doge committee, like with Elon Musk and everything. So apparently everything that is on paper gets stored in this like cave, and it's like miles long and holds like 4 trillion pieces of paper or whatever. And like to this day, there's people working in there filing, like walking carts down like extremely long corridors and like.
I believe it. In businesses like that, you got to have a hard copy. So, yeah.
But they're trying to find a way. But just like the idea where you're like, man, there has to be something better than this.
Has to be something
better. It's wild. What else we got before we sign off here?
You guys like eggs and fentanyl?
Yeah.
Ooh, love eggs, especially mixed together. That's quite a delight.
Yeah, this was wild.
More eggs are being caught at the. Is it not the Coots border as well? That more eggs are being caught than fentanyl?
Well, apparently in places in Florida, they're charging like $36 for eggs.
Well, because there's a virus. I can't remember what it is for chickens. What do they have? There's something.
Salmonella?
No, it's not that one. There's another one. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Bird flu?
Maybe something like that.
Influenza?
There's some kind. Sure, let's go with that.
The flu?
And it's fucking up their chickens, so the eggs are not very clean or safe right now. So a lot of people are coming here to fucking take some eggs and take them back across the border, and people are now getting busted.
But I
which
also
I find
saw
hilarious.
Like the farther you go, man, from these resource hubs, like in I think it was Yellowknife, the chick was showing like peanut butter was like $35.
Well, that's always been a thing. Like we've had friends who've worked up north, and they're saying, man, the amount of groceries, because groceries have to get flown in out there, so it's a lot more expensive, which makes sense.
No booze. A lot of places are like sober.
But I mean, if I'm looking for a new gig on the weekends, I might as well just start running eggs across the border, man. We had a couple of buddies who got some chicken coops.
I mean, honestly,
I could do this. I'll legally bring some eggs down and just sell them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Sounds like a little side hustle I could get on board.
Side hustle, just throw them over the border.
Yeah. But there was a big fentanyl bus coming in from Calgary. The guy was living in Calgary, but he brought it across the border from the States.
Now you got to start putting fentanyl in the eggs.
See?
Double down. Double dog dare.
Double down.
Fentanyl in the eggs.
Like you get Kinder eggs, just get some fake eggs, put some fentanyl in it, boom, seal it up, good to go.
This one here is crazy. Where it's the chick catches a dude. The pregnant girlfriend.
Dude, this one made me laugh. I was like, "There's no way," but it's funny as hell.
It's too much effort.
It is, you know.
No, the last one, the one on the last where the dude comes chasing her.
Yes.
That was the funniest part.
Well,
I was like, he kind of got away with it if the dude didn't like.
Well, if the guy didn't answer the door with no pants on.
Yeah, I was like, he was definitely fucking. I was like, first I was on the edge.
We'll just watch it.
Yeah.
What the fuck's house is this? Is this, bro?
What the fuck?
He calls her bro a lot.
Who answers their door like this?
Well, you've never
Who
done this?
knocks on a door like this?
I don't answer the door with no pants on.
Well, he's got pantaloons on. They're just real short.
I don't even answer my door.
That's also a thing.
Hi, is Brian here? That's his card.
I like his
That's my boyfriend.
doormat.
He's here, and he needs to come out right now, or I'm calling the police.
His doormat's a Tasmanian devil. Go away.
Hi. And locks it. Like, come on.
And then he goes in and he's like, honey, get your pants on. Some bitches out there.
Yeah, you need to go.
And if anybody's listening, you'll understand in about 5 seconds.
It's a bit much. I find it hilarious.
Oh, now she's just going off, man.
You're fucking a gay man.
You cheating on me with that fucking man, Brian? Are you fucking kidding me?
Not, bro.
Who is that? Who is that?
It's my friend from fucking gaming, bro.
You just
Yeah.
fucked that guy?
No, it's my friend from
You
gaming.
just fucked that guy.
No, that's my
You just
friend from
fucked that
Xbox.
Oh my god, Brian, you just fucked that
That's
guy?
my friend from
Why
Xbox.
weren't you answering me?
Because I didn't have my phone on me. We were playing Xbox, bro. That's my friend from Xbox. Can you please just leave me alone?
Why does he have no pants on?
No, I wasn't. That was my
Just
friend
fucking
from
him. You're
Xbox.
just fucking him.
No.
You're cheating on me while I'm pregnant.
No, just go.
I'm calling the police. You're gone. You're getting
Can we
evicted.
go?
You're just cheating on me with a man.
No, I wasn't.
You were just going on Facebook. That man had no pants on. That's all on video.
No.
Oh, yes,
No.
You were cheating on me with a
Are you
man.
fucking fine, whatever, man. Can we go?
Me.
I think you
Done.
can tell he
You're
was,
never seeing your fucking kids again.
Whatever, bro.
Oh.
I mean, I get in the heat of the moment.
Oh, look at them.
Did you just fuck my boyfriend?
Jesus.
He fucked you? What? No, what happened? Tell me what happened. I'm pregnant. We have 3 fucking kids.
Not a thing happened here, okay? He's a friend. Screw.
Who are you?
I'm gonna call the police.
Call the police.
Everybody want to call the police.
Call the police.
He's a very angry man.
Okay, I want to. Yeah, the next one.
In a
is
long
the best
shirt.
one. This one here. You got
What do your neighbors think?
You got some fucking nerve.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like, he got really upset here for no reason. Like, he already won.
Almost upset like you got caught doing something.
Yeah.
Some fucking nerve coming to somebody else's house, you bitch.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Fuck out of here.
You enjoy his asshole?
Suck a bag of dicks. That's it.
Oh, dude, that one kills me.
Episode 33. Do we have any? We don't have anything else. Anything else will come next episode.
Any messages or?
What's the deal?
Anything
I was
new
supposed
there?
to leave that to the end.
Okay, here. I got some messages here.
Oh, it's from your phone?
Let's hear one. Well, not the poll ones. I've seen the poll ones that you put in. Like,
Yeah.
they had, like, some questions about
Yeah. No.
politics and stuff like that. I'm
No.
just curious.
Okay. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Super speed.
Mine would be flying.
Yeah, bro. Let me fly or teleport.
Here's
Vacation, bro?
here's another one. It says there's articles say women shower facing towards the wall, whereas men shower facing towards the shower head. But the articles never seem to say why. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I turn around. I do
Both,
a full.
bro.
I usually circle.
I don't. I'm not just one side. I have a front and back.
F.
I have sides. I must turn.
Both.
Next question.
You don't wash your ass crack?
Oh, bro.
Did
I
you
just let
wash
the
your
water-
ass today?
I just let
Yeah.
the water run down my back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, you don't scrub up your feet either? Oh, you just the soap just runs down to my feet. I don't gotta scrub down there.
Runs down
I
your
ain't
crack.
no nasty man.
I think the answer to that question is why do they not say? Because the articles might not be true.
Fair. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That will be the answer to that question. Next question. Girls have girl math where they will, for example, buy something, return it, get the purchase price back on a gift card. Now when they use the gift card, it's like it's free. Do guys have guy math?
Yeah, we do the same shit with TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about this size.
Yeah.
I said
People buy stuff off Amazon and then return it the next day. I've had these conversations with dudes at work.
my thing is, which I used to do a lot, is measure time by beers drank in. So it was like, oh, I'm gonna show up. I'll probably drink one beer, so that's probably like under an hour. Oh, I'll stay for a couple beers. So it's a unit
of time for you.
So it's like, oh, I'll stay for a couple beers.
That's
okay, 2-3 beers. That's probably like hour and a half, 2 hours.
How long is this episode in beers?
Well, this would be 2 beers because we just hit
cans,
over an
beers,
hour.
2 pints, 2
Well,
tankards?
okay, to be fair, that's usually how long it might take. Like if we're on a show,
yeah.
we might drink 2 beers in a taping,
Tuber.
or 1.
Right.
So, but that's a good way to look at it.
Depends
I
on
suppose.
who the guest is.
Yeah.
So
And-
now,
and what
gentlemen
you're trying
out
to
there, you can
accomplish.
use this as a measure of time. If you're saying you're going out for a beer with your boys,
That's an
and the
hour.
girls are gonna be like, "Well, how long is that gonna be?" Here's an episode.
Yeah, that's
1
60
hour.
minutes.
That's about 2 beers. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now. So, ladies, you heard it here
What if
first.
you had a rough week or a
Oh,
rough month?
but-
If you had a
like
rough week, ooh, baby. I'm looking at maybe.
You just
Yeah.
find out your license plate got swiped.
Oh, dude.
You got a flat
I'm not even
tire.
gonna lie how many fucking vodkas and
know?
scotches I had that night. After I made those phone calls, I was like, oh my God, I can't drive anywhere. What am I gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
And I had like, I had a
Oh,
few
Mark,
drinks.
I
I had a
need
few
you to
drinks
come
that
pick
night,
me up.
at least.
Yeah.
So
On
a
flat
couple
tire.
J's. I was not happy. I was
Yeah, not a happy camper.
No, the day that my fucking tire was flat on the way over here for the shoot, got back, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. Like, at least Jesse was coming to help me out the next day. But after that, I was like, I gotta have a couple scotches.
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous.
And if it's sports that you're going to watch, then everything is doubled.
Yes,
makes
I can
sense.
agree to that.
Right?
I can agree to that.
Yeah, because it's like you're just drinking faster because you're a little. Just have to put that caveat in.
Yeah, that's fair.
For me, it's like distance. Big football guys, so like I know my units of measurement are yards.
Yep.
So it's like, oh yeah, 10 yards over there. It's like I don't know, it could be 10 feet.
Facts.
It could
Okay.
be
Yeah, fair.
3 meters. Who knows? I don't know. I just know yards.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, yeah,
Yards.
sure. That,
Give me that 2x4. I don't know. What is that? 5 yards?
that was fine. That makes sense. All right.
All right, that's episode 33.
Minimize that in the middle.
Don't forget to call the hotline here. Yeah, there we go. Don't forget to call the hotline. The number
Subscribe, follow.
we will actually get the number put up somewhere
Yeah,
there.
it's there. We'll post it again.
Yeah.
Just check our Instagram. That's on there too.
Of course. Oh,
Alrighty.
and that's that.
Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you guys had a great day. Peace out. Episode 30.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares?
Stop.
You guys still
Good
watch
night.
this stuff?
Stop recording.
Don't tell me what to do.